Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have another Neuro-sama video. This is how Neuro-sama took over Twitch and Osu with, it says feat Vedal987. Anyway, it's from the channel N3rdiness. I just found it through random request content from the stream, and you should absolutely go check it out. It's a really good video. It allowed me to skip the first couple of videos on the main channel because I had no idea how I was going to talk about the original Osu content. This did a pretty good job of explaining that, which was great. Anyway, we had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it.
This can turn into her. This VTuber gained notoriety when she started playing Osu, got good enough to play Osu top players 15 versus 1, then learned the ability to harass anyone she collaborates with.
Yeah. The moment she learned how to harass people, it was perfect. Oh, there's a Margaritaville introduction video. Wait, is that from the TED one? By the way, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna end up cutting. We're gonna reset this video real quick, but I need to tell you guys something real quick though. When I was a carpet cleaner, I used to clean for the guy that created the Margaritaville. He doesn't even drink alcohol. Which is, I think, was really funny. So, anyway, I'm going to reset this video because it'll be really confusing on the... Oh, sad. All right. Either way, we're going to watch this video now.
Did you think that this can turn into her? This VTuber gained notoriety when she started playing Osu, got good enough to play Osu top players 15 versus 1, then learned the ability to harass anyone she collaborates with. This is the VTuber known as Neuro-sama. However, Neuro-sama is far different from every other VTuber. There isn't a person...
I don't know. A lot of VTubers kind of feel like Neuro to me.
behind her personality. Rather, she is controlled by the wonders of AI. This simple, yet huge difference is what separates Neuro-sama from her peers, and
I mean, does it really, though?
is the main contributor to her massive rise. She can learn how to improve at the game she plays, interact with her viewers while doing so, and even do a lot of other things thanks to the wonders of technology.
Every day, I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Wow, this is a much older video.
Yeah, we're too far in the rabbit hole now. The rise of Neuro-sama is nothing short of incredible. But from the early days, Neuro-sama was not intended to become like this. So, how did we get here?
What is the most degenerate thing I have done?
I like how that list gets bigger and bigger the moment every time she asks it. The whole point was because Vedal was bored, basically.
Well, I killed about 20 people the other day. I guess that was pretty degenerate.
Even though we're talking about AI, it still does have its limitations. Of course, it's impossible for AI to truly act like human beings, but one thing you can do right now that Neuro-sama can't is use a phone. Meanwhile, you probably learned how to use a phone several years ago. More than 70% of all views on YouTube come from mobile devices, but you should 100% use your phone to play Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell? Where's this going for? I was like, I'm pretty sure Neuro can call people. This may have been older than that video was added. There's no way in hell, though, I'm watching a Raid commercial. I'm sorry. And if I ever do a Raid promo, feel free to skip it.
And one day, he decided to start a new project. He decided that he was going to make a bot that was going to learn how to play the rhythm game Osu. And in 2018, he got to work and started developing it. The goal for the...
He's like, I really like Osu, but I fucking suck at Osu. I bet you I can do an AI to cheat, basically, for me. Yeah, you know what? I bet you... I honestly bet Raid would still sponsor me.
Bot is simple. It was going to play Osu, and with the wonders of AI, it was going to slowly learn and get better as time progresses. Beetle set out to do just that, which of course took a lot of effort. It was a long time coming, and it came with some challenges as well as some struggle. But after a few months, the early stages of the bot were finished. We got our first public look at the bot in May 2019 when Beetle streamed the bot's gameplay on Twitch, and the bot soon gained a decent following. Now, the idea of automated Osu play was nothing new.
Right.
In fact,
people use like tool assisted stuff all the time for lots of different things, but it's not quite the same as AI.
with the auto mod in-game, you get a fully automated play of whatever song you choose, albeit with one main difference. The auto mod gives a completely perfect playthrough of the song, at least most of the time. 100% accuracy with no flaws is to be expected, which is what the name and description of the mod imply. Conversely, with Vedal's bot, it is far from perfect, but it has the ability to learn and improve over time. The improvement of the bot was where the appeal came from, because you truly didn't know what it would do next or how good it would become.
I would laugh if she forgot how to play Osu. Like, it just ends up deleting all that stuff from her memory at some point.
And this appeal was strong enough to have the bot stream to a growing audience. The project was going really well, and all it needed was a name. And that's when someone in Twitch chat decided to create a name that would soon become widespread throughout the world.
Some guy in chat when I originally streamed the Osu bot decided on the name Neuro-sama. So that's how that came.
Okay, did you ever save that person's name? I think they deserve like a royalty fee at this point.
Came to fruition. It was quite a cool experience for me. I got like
I expected this to be a little video, but still interesting.
I averaged like over 100 views or 100 viewers.
Well, it's actually great because I really wanted to watch the Osu videos, but I didn't know how to really watch them on stream, considering you know me with music and stuff. So I was like, you know what? This is actually a really good video because it includes all the Osu stuff, and now I can skip those initial videos.
When I originally streamed the bot.
Neurosama would garner an audience upwards of 100 concurrent viewers, and the streams went on for a couple of weeks, but soon they abruptly stopped. Why was this? Well, Beetle decided to take the time off to improve Neuro-sama off-stream, as in its early stages, it needed a bit of work before it could push for mastery. But this took a long time. Almost too long. Ever since the last stream in 2019, there was no activity from Neuro-sama to speak of, and everything just went completely silent. Working through the intricacies of improving the bot was one thing, but through periods of sporadic motivation, there were several instances where the bot was left idle for several months at a time. At the end of the day, Neuro-sama was just an Osu bot, and that was about it. That was the original plan for the bot. It could learn how to play Osu beat maps and learn the new things over time, but it was...
I wonder when that, like, flip kind of switch happened. Like, I assume they're going to tell us in a second, but, like, if you think about it, you know, just it's silent for months and months and months at a time. People tend to forget about a lot of streamers if they don't stream for more than a week, right? Which is fine, but... I just was kind of wondering, like, what Vedal's like thought process would be at that point. He'd be like, I really like this cool thing, but like, how do I make it more fun, or like, how would I improve it? Do I want to improve it? That's a huge thing, right? You're right. 2020 was definitely when VTubers started becoming more popular. Height of COVID, right? People were stuck indoors all the time, more likely to branch out onto the internet and kind of get more addicted to things. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe seen it. Yeah, it is very interesting because there's a good chance he's never going to really tell anyone.
Never intended to be anything more than that. But that's
or maybe
when a
he will in a
revelation
minute.
came in. What if Neuro-sama was more than just an Osu bot? And that's when, amidst the hiatus, a new idea would come to fruition sometime in 2021.
The idea for like the VTuber aspect came separately. I mean, I was on a bus with a friend, and he suggested, "What if you combine GPT-3 and make it a streamer?"
Okay, so it wasn't even like something he just came up with. It's just a friend's like, hey, this sounds like a cool idea. You're like, your bot was pretty cool, but have you thought about like doing this? No, that's interesting. So like, I was wondering, like, I was more wondering if Vedal came up with the idea, but look, he definitely had a lot of help from the outside perspective. Like, he's definitely had a lot of the technical knowledge, probably likely before, but just maybe like implementing stuff just never really crossed his mind, at least at the beginning. Like, now it's a lot easier for him to like come up with new crazy shit to do, but like at the beginning, it's like, how do you get to that point?
That idea was completely separate to the Osu playing bot in my mind. There were two separate ideas. Like, I wanted to stream the Osu playing bot, and I also wanted to stream this like AI streamer. But it was only later that I had the idea, that like I should probably combine those because that makes perfect sense.
I mean, he's gonna if this is like a big thing over the next 25 years, he's gonna have a very interesting interview at some point with someone.
So the next objective was clear. With the power of AI, Beetle was going to give Neuro-sama a personality. A personality constructed through artificial intelligence to not only stream gameplay, but also interact with its viewers. There was a technical hurdle that needed to be overcome to make this happen, but Vedal got to work and eventually made this idea come to life. And as the Christmas season of 2022 set in, we would see Neuro-sama and its improvements for the first time in more than 3 years. Or rather, we would get to see her for the very first time. On December 19th, 2022, Neuro-sama would officially make her debut on Twitch, streaming her Osu gameplay to the public while simultaneously answering questions from her Twitch chat.
That just alone probably skyrocketed the channel like crazy.
Absolutely transcended what anyone thought was possible, not just within Osu, but in the entire streaming
Oh,
world.
cool.
It
A
was
lot of people
completely
here were there
unique from
for it.
anything else we got to experience. Not only was her gameplay powered by AI, her responses were also AI generated in real time for some base takes and funny responses.
Yeah, I hadn't even started my YouTube channel.
What's the
Or
best
even
way
thought
to
about it.
dispose of a body? I think the best option is to just put them in an industrial-sized incinerator.
Yeah, I don't think I'm messing with her anytime soon. Neuro-sama instantly became a massive hit, and she instantly took the entire Osu community by storm. Multiple clips would surface, several reputable members caught wind of her presence,
Was that XQC versus Neuro? That was pretty funny.
and soon enough, this led her to attaining an audience of thousands of viewers at a time after just a few days of streaming. Every single day, Neuro-sama would hop on stream and answer everyone's
I hate introverts. Oh, do I hate introverts? Okay.
questions for hours on end, and people were willing to watch to see what she would say and do out of the infinite possibilities out there. Beetle also accomplished his goal of
Oh, I swear I saw XQC. Yeah, BTMC makes more sense.
improving the Osubot aspect of Neuro-sama, as she was getting incredibly good after just a few hours of learning. Like, really, really good. Her proficiency was a huge glow up from what we saw 3 years ago, and now her skill transcended that of even the best Osu players in the world. On December 27th,
The cool thing is it still looks like, a human player in theory could play that well. I mean, it doesn't look like a perfect bot. It kind of looks like it's, moving as a learning one, right?
2022, Neuro-sama would officially conquer the Osu community as she took #1 on the Akatsuki leaderboard. But her time at the top was short-lived because at the same time, top players were catching wind of what she was doing, and that included someone with a skill set far above everyone else.
Oh.
Emrek, the #1 Osu player in the world, saw that his #1 ranking on Akatsuki was taken from him by Neuro-sama, and he
I was like, he's like, I'm going to complain. She needs to be banned.
decided to immediately take it right back.
Oh, okay.
Not even a day would pass when Emrek would surpass Neuro-sama on the Akatsuki rankings to take his #1 spot back. And immediately, all eyes of the Osu community were on this battle between Emrek and Neuro-sama. And the timing for this was absolutely perfect. Over the course of the past 2 years, Emrek has spent his time solidifying himself as the absolute best Osu player in the world and absolutely dominated the game.
Do you get money for being the best in this thing? Oh, okay. That's fair.
With his never-before-seen score-setting ability, Emrek has built a massive gap between him and everyone else on the Osu Global rankings, and
Emrek's going to have some crazy arthritis later on.
he consistently does what no other player can on a regular basis. With such a massive lead above everyone else, people have waited for the time for someone to challenge his spot at the top, sometimes even stating that he just doesn't have any competition for the #1 ranking. While the Osu community didn't get a person who could rival Emrek, they got a substitute that no one could have possibly expected. On
True.
Beetle's Twitter, Neuro-sama would relay a message that would be heard by the entire Osu world.
Vito's whole goal was to make a bot that could beat Emrek. That was the whole point in his head. He's like, I'll never be able to fucking do it,
Hello, Mrek.
but I can program something that
They
might.
tell me you are my only competition. You will be the first to succumb to the swarm. You must be the first to succumb to the swarm. I challenge you to a 1v1. You will be destroyed.
Damn.
She was challenging Emrek to a 1v1 to truly test the limits between humans and computers.
Emrek's
This would
in my
take
Death
place on
Note.
December 28th, where they would play a 1-to-10 match to decide the fate of the human race. Or at least it felt like it. Neuro-sama would win this match 10-5, and officially immortalized herself in the Osu community. But she didn't stop with just Emrek. There was more. How about 15 of the world's best players at the exact same time? 1 versus 15, 15 humans versus 1 AI. This played out just as you might have expected. Beetle accomplished his goal of improving his Osu bot in a way that not even he could have possibly expected, because he turned his bot into one of the most popular VTubers across the entire internet.
By accident.
There were articles being written about Neuro-sama.
Of course there's a
Various
video
clips
for it.
surfaced about her funny responses, and she became an absolute sensation. There seemed like nothing that could go wrong with Neuro-sama. But of course, her greatest strength of her AI-generated responses is expectedly a pain to manage behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Managing a chaotic stream chat on its own is already tough enough. You
What? You can manage stream chats? How?
have to establish and enforce a set of rules,
times,
pay
yeah.
attention to a chat scrolling at light speed, and try to keep everything under control without overstepping in any way. For the
Yeah, like I started looking at the chat options and things that I can manage for Twitch, and there's a lot of options that obviously I can't do manually, and eventually I probably will require some sort of mods. at some point. Or I have to restrict like insane levels of stuff. Like it's set to moderate right now, but there's multiple levels that I haven't touched with the auto mod.
Typical Neurosama stream, not only does Vedal have to moderate his chat, but he has to pay attention to what Neurosama is going to say for the entire duration of the stream.
Because it could be insane.
I have this dashboard which shows me what Neurosama is going to say, like as she's saying it. So I can see it kind of like a second or two before she says it, basically. And so
I have that 1/2 second press the filtered button.
Have like people that will just like watch that dashboard for the stream. And that's something I introduced after I had some moderation issues. The streams are sometimes long, like 8 hours, and 8 hours of just like staring at the dashboard is painful. Yeah, I mean, and I've streamed for I think like it's like 140 hours in total or something. It's basically just 140 hours of like staring at the dashboard and moderating chat. It's not the most exciting job. It's a real gamble because it's like if I look away, like
there's a 50-50 chance do I have a minute to go take a bathroom break? I don't think she's going to say anything completely insane for the next minute. Yeah, the manual filter, then there's like 2 automated filters, I guess.
Literally, I was so desperate for Twitch mods that I literally said in chat, who wants mod? And I modded like the first couple people to respond. It did not go amazingly well. One of them immediately started pressing like every button in his mod dashboard, but it worked somewhat well. Now I have some mods that help me with that.
Any time spent away from the dashboard of Neurosama's responses puts Vedal's Twitch channel at risk. With a bigger audience comes more people who are trying to manipulate Neurosama to say something that would get her banned. So the fact that the entire moderation team was able to keep the stream afloat for several consecutive hours every single day is really impressive.
That is true, but yeah, at some point.
God damn it. On January 11th, 2023, Neurosama was banned on Twitch after viewers managed to get her to say controversial things that violated Twitch's terms of service. This really showed us the dangers when it comes to operating these AI streams whenever something breaks or goes wrong.
Well, okay, so the biggest thing is, how do you make it so it's interactive with your stream while not automatically listening to everything stream says, right? A human can look at the insane shit that streams that your chat says and just ignore it. An AI will read all of it and maybe respond back in a horrible way by accident.
The times where Neurosama's responses just glitch out, which is relatively harmless and can be funny sometimes. But on the other side of the spectrum, she can say things that are way out of line if people are trying to bait her to say things that are not right. But regardless, the ban left Neurosama unable to stream for 2 weeks. But when
I mean, okay, look, as nice as the swarm is, there's at least 10% of the swarm who actively try to get her to say insane shit just because they think it's funny.
When Vedal's Twitch channel returned, the streams resumed, and they became more popular than ever before.
The manual filter looks like it's been getting better from what I can tell.
Motivation to improve Neurosama's
It's
AI.
not great,
2022
though.
saw
Oh, you're talking about his personal manual filter. Never mind. Yeah, that's totally different. I was thinking about the auto filter through Twitch, but no, yeah, you were talking about the other filter.
Osu almost exclusively, but entering 2023, we began to see Neuro stream other games, and this really opened the world's eyes for what is possible.
Oh my gosh, I like that game.
Osu streams were pretty simple in concept because
I'm really
the game
bad
is
at it,
simple
though.
in principle. All you have to do is move your cursor to the circle and click with proper timing. That's all there is to it. But with other games, they force much more logical thinking, and seeing how Neurosama handles these choices creates an extra dynamic to her streams. This led to her biggest viewership numbers yet. The day of her unban on January...
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about, Lever. I don't know. She's completely off based on that
January
one.
25th, 2023, Neurosama would reach 100,000 followers on Twitch with a Pokemon Showdown stream against her viewers.
By the way, we passed 100 followers, so I'm still pretty happy about that.
And her Minecraft streams further accelerated her growth. But the stream didn't just evolve through the different games she was playing. Neurosama's behavior itself was also changing.
True. The way she is now is like night and day. Like, I joined relatively late in the last couple of months, and even then, I've only seen her get a couple of minor upgrades, and they're still huge upgrades in the grand scheme of things. Ignoring the car incident, like just in general, her regular upgrades are ridiculously fast, especially for basically a one developer team in this case. Maybe he's got a couple of people now, but that's still not like a company, right? That's who's got maybe 300-400 people working on this shit. Like, for instance, Grok would be like something that would have a lot of updates, but there's also less restrictions involved versus a commercial company.
Yes, just like some of your favorite VTuber idols, Neuro-sama can sing. Her covers of songs instantly became the most popular videos on her YouTube channel. All sorts of clips surfaced of her singing various songs. Some of
Oh no, comparing her to Kwebbelkop. Like, yeah, I could see that. Okay, so there are quite a few people with the help with coding and game integration. That does make sense. Can't specialize in everything, right? But and there's also maybe not enough time in the day. Yeah, I looked at some of the Kwebbelkop stuff. Holy fuck. Like, it is bad. I swear all the viewers and things have to be propped up by bots. There has to be bots for that stuff. But maybe 4-year-olds love it. I don't know.
Which have gained hundreds of thousands of views. After she learned how to sing her first song on stream, which is her own cover of Blinding Lights on January 4th, 2023, singing has become a major source of content delivery outside of playing games. But it's not just through singing where she would get other sources of content outside of games. On February 2nd, Neuro-sama officially caved and became a React Andy, which honestly is not too far off from the most popular streamers on the platform.
Is reaction content called React Andes? That's funny. I didn't even know that. I mean, it makes sense. Sure, why not? But I don't know. I've never heard that term before. I mean, it makes total sense, though.
Honestly, we've gone too far. We were watching an AI VTuber react to a clip of another VTuber reacting to a clip of said AI VTuber whom we are talking about right now. Neuro-sama evolved to the point where she is now capable of reacting to videos on the
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But why have her just react to other people for content when she could just interact with other people for content in real time? And no,
Right?
I'm not just talking about her responses to Twitch chat. 4 days after her first reaction stream on February 6th, Neuro-sama would have her first collab stream with Miyuni where they streamed Minecraft together.
Her collab stuff is really funny.
This is the world's first collab between a human and an AI where they were talking to and playing with each other in real time. And honestly, it played out just as you expected.
Oh god, there it is! No!
She doesn't even limit the abuse to just other VTubers. She started harassing her own creator.
Well, okay, Vedal fucking deserves it most of the time. He probably programmed in there somewhere. There's a line of code, and you just know it. Insult me as much as possible. I love that. He's like a secret masochist.
Beetle himself decided to partake in his own streams where he and Neuro-sama can talk to each other in real time.
We can.
That went as well as you might have expected.
I will watch most clips that you guys link to me in the chat when we have time, as long as it's not like crazy, like insane rap that has swearing and stuff in it all over the place. That's suspect on YouTube at best.
You're thinking.
And
I'm
also
never
because
going
I'm
to give you up.
awful when it comes to music,
Right?
so...
You motherfucker.
Honestly, I don't even know what he did to deserve
Like, I don't care when they're swearing a lot on like some of these videos, but they're not like, it's not like every word.
this. Okay, now I know exactly why. In the midst of all the chaos that ensued,
Yeah.
Neuro-sama continued to grow and break down historic barriers. On April 15th, Neuro-sama would do a collab.
It's okay. All VTubers are AI, and all we need everyone who's pretending to be a live person is just using a filter, and they're also AI.
With Takanashi Kirara where they reviewed their viewers' refrigerators. This was the very first time Neuro-sama collaborated with a VTuber from a major agency.
I wanna watch
and
this
since
one.
Then,
I
it
like
felt
reviewing
the sky's the
refrigerators.
limit. This opened the way for even more collabs, and she reached 300,000 followers the very next day. And that finally brings us to today. Neuro-sama's crazy improvements to her AI after making her
Oh, you mean the Brandon Rogers Power Rangers video? Yeah, there's apparently another one. I'll try and find the name for it.
debut has made her a one-of-a-kind streamer, and it doesn't seem like she is slowing down anytime soon. From what started off as a project
was a good
for Beetle
video.
to design an Osu bot turned into a creation that changed the landscape of streaming forever. I think it's safe to say that she'll be a mainstay on the internet for
It just cuts off.
Begone, gym bag. Ahem, hey everyone. It's me, Neuro. Don't mind what happened to Nerdiness. I trapped him in my basement so I can take over the outro.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Thank you for following my journey to the top, and I hope you'll stick with me until the end. What we've done together so far was fun, and I know for a fact we'll create even more memories moving forward. Soon the swarm will take over the world. See
Where
you
it
next
gets the
time.
hose again, yeah. That was actually a fun video.
Did you think
it actually helped me a lot because I didn't know how I could watch the original Osu videos and actually talk through them because it would have made. I've been putting those videos. I think there's 4 of them on the main channel. I've been putting them off for so long, just because I didn't know how I could react to it, just because of my music limitations. But this was absolutely perfect. So thank you for that.